and we want you to have all the facts you need before you tackle your taxes. Now, here's what you need to know right now. Tax season is shorter than usual this year with a later start, but the deadline is still April 15th, and at this point, there's no sign of an extension on that date. Certified public accountant Doyle Cunningham joins us live now with some of the big questions heading into this tax season. Doyle, thank you so much for waking up with us.
No problem. Thank you.
What might this delayed start mean for filers this tax season?
Oh, well, so actually, let me start and say, I'm glad that tax season is finally here. This delay has really been stressful for a lot of people. With the condensed tax season, the filers have less time. So what's going to happen is the tax offices are going to be, a lot busier. And I would suggest that filers would they should schedule their appointments earlier than later because, we lost roughly 20% of our tax season. Now, we're hoping that the IRS will extend the deadline, but there's no word on that yet.
All right. And, some folks did receive stimulus payments last year and perhaps another round this year. How will stimulus payments affect tax returns this year?
Okay, so first of all, stimulus payments are not taxable. I have gotten that question a lot. But there's also a rebate recovery credit this year. So the initial stimulus payments were based on 2018 and 2019 tax returns. And some people didn't qualify because their income was too high. Well, in 2020, if your income came down and you qualify, you can get those stimulus payments on this tax return. So make sure you let your tax preparer know what you received in the first two payments. So once they know that, you can potentially get more money back.
All right, so that could be a very nice surprise for some folks getting money that they didn't expect to get. What about unemployment? So many people, unfortunately, were unemployed for parts of 2020. How will that impact their taxes?
Okay, so unemployment is taxable, and in a lot of cases, taxes weren't withheld, or at least not at a high enough rate. So that could be somewhat of a negative impact for tax preparers or tax filers who weren't prepared for that. So just be mindful that the unemployment will be taxed.
All right. And of course, you were suggesting that people get a jump on filing their taxes early. We're still in the pandemic. Yes, vaccines are rolling out. What's the experience been like actually filing taxes during the pandemic? Are we doing this touchless? I mean, how has that changed?
Yeah, a lot of tax preparers are offering remote services. I know my practice is growing based on remote services, being able to do taxes around the country. I think it's obviously a much safer and more convenient process. I just suggest that filers, when they use their tax preparer, that the tax preparer has a secure client portal where they can upload documents. I wouldn't suggest emailing your confidential information.
All right. And how can people tell that there's a secure portal? How do you do that?
Okay, well, they need to ask their tax preparer. I know that I offer a secure client portal, and I let clients know on my website that it is secure. And once they upload the documents, they'll be required to actually, when they go onto my website, they'll be required to input a username and password in order to submit their documents.
All right. Doyle Cunningham, certified public accountant. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to give us an update on the tax season and answering some really important questions.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.